I'm Aden Matthews.
And I'm Zach Snyder.
And welcome back to another YouTube podcast, the one-stop shop for everything and anything related to YouTube.
The show where I have a public vendetta against Anthony Fantano.
Uh-oh. What did the bald melon guy do now?
Let me tell you. So, I was hype for this album called Sour by a new pop sensation, Olivia Rodrigo.
As we all
We
are.
listened to the album. It was banging.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be still listening to it on repeat. And my man gave it a 7 out of 10.
Not just a 7 out of 10, Zachary. A light 7 out of 10.
Bordering on a
7
out of 10.
Bordering on.
He said his least favorite track was my personal favorite track. So that's cringe.
Damn.
And then not only that, but he starts the video out. He just says that his name is Anthony Fantano. There's no funny way to say his name in the beginning of it. What's up with that?
Right. He didn't even do that. I didn't even catch that. But no, you're right.
I was like, this video fell off right from the beginning.
That's how you know there was some bullshit afoot.
Yeah.
Shit.
So,
well, I guess unless you're going to make the Olivia Rodrigo Sour review, that's just what we're all going to have to live with,
I guess I'm going to have to make one. I thought about
version.
it. So, gonna have to make the Zack Snyder yin version.
You're going to put stickers on your face and shit.
For the thumbnail?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a good idea, actually.
Because the purple background would be really easy to replicate. So,
yeah.
You're a couple of girly stickers away from getting the whole look on.
Hell yeah. Let me write this down.
Okay. Taking notes. Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. We're back to uploading a little bit more consistently now. Hope you've enjoyed the past 2 episodes. And today, we're going to be doing another fan favorite, Your Week on YouTube, where me and Zach talk about the shit that's been going on. It'll be epic. Got a lot of shit to say, and also not a lot of shit to say at the same time.
I feel like that's every time, right? Just I can
say that's the appeal of the segment.
I agree. How much can we pull out of our week that we did barely anything, but make it sound interesting enough to where it's like, yo, they doing some cool shit.
Yeah, we're just.
I do have stuff to say though.
We're just really cool people. We're built different.
That's why we do this podcast.
Speaking of cool people, I want to talk to you about the coolest person for the ad read today.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Roberto Blake before.
Sounds familiar.
Right. He's a cool kind of YouTuber, and he was so cool, in fact, that he started this new little program at Awesome Creator Academy called the YouTube Starter Kit. And the basic idea,
tell me about it.
From what I gather, is that let's say you're getting started on YouTube, right? And you're brand new to the scene. And you have a little bit of money to throw around. Apparently, right. For only $99, you get $1,500 of value, which I gotta say the math on that works out.
That's a lot of value.
I brought up the calculator earlier, and he was spitting. He was spitting on that one. You also get, let's see, advanced YouTube thumbnails. That's kind of important. Channel artwork, end cards, lower thirds, royalty-free background music, fonts, and more. While I say, if you had all of this, you could be the next Yin. This is half the show right here. He's just giving it to you for $99. That's insane. Oh, hold on. There's one more little tidbit. Pay one price and have unlimited access to future downloads as they come out. So you only got to pay once. No monthly subscription. No having to pay for the new shit after the fact. $99 and you just get all that shit?
That's unheard of.
Roberto really is the coolest. And turns out, if you check in the link in the description below, and this is just a theory, I don't know, but if you look down there, apparently there's a description that you can click on the little link, and you'll be supporting another YouTube podcast, which would be pretty based, honestly.
I agree. Be kind of cool,
Very cool.
I feel like we're doing good stuff around here. So
I agree.
If you want to support us, you can do that. You can also get this. Maybe you don't have $99. Maybe you but you still want to support the podcast financially, check this out. Anchor lets you become a supporter of the podcast at $1, $5, or $10 a month. And you know what?
There. I like.
You know what's wild?
What?
If you support us, we'll read your name on the podcast.
Wild. That's insane.
I know.
We're pretty cool like that to offer that feature. For less than $15.
It's crazy, and not only that, like, the more you support us, the more we'll like put out episodes. We'll have a more consistent schedule, so that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So check out anchor.fm/another-YouTube-podcast, and you can support us. All that's in the description or the show notes. Check it out.
Check it out.
It's brand new to the podcast. So
and
excited.
Cool. Epic ad. Right.
I agree.
Yeah. I thought it'd be interesting to do it in surfer lingo and just make it as casual as humanly possible. I thought I succeeded. So
I agree. Good bit. Good bit for sure.
Whose turn is it to go, Zachary? For the your week on YouTube shit? Is it yours?
I think I went first last time because I didn't have like anything.
Okay. Well, fuck it. I'll go.
So I think it's your turn to go first now.
Talk about my shit. Still no new video. So there's that. Working on moving over the F-Zero series from Blue Couch Productions over to LHD. I thought about doing it a while ago just because it was like one of the last major 2018 series that I really liked. It was one of the only ones that had face cam too. But I just, didn't get around to doing it because the gameplay wasn't like ideal. It was like recorded in 16:9 and it wasn't 4:3 like it should be. So then I thought, maybe I should just re-record it, and I'm like, nah, I really like this, so I'm just gonna move it over to LHD while there's no videos coming out, and just put that bitch on there. So hopefully by the time you're listening to it, it's already out. Only 8 episodes, so it's a very short series, but it's a good one. One of the last ones I've had left to move over. So I'm gonna do that. Been editing on that shit. We got a Aden on Anchor back, episode 80. Very based. Answered some questions, some Q's, some A's. Episode 81 is interesting too, because even though Zach hasn't heard it, it'll be out by the time you're listening to it. It's about gaming hot takes, throwing out some controversial gaming opinions that you've probably already heard before, but in podcast form. So let me just say,
I talk to you for hours a week usually. And I still get excited for new Aden on Anchor. So maybe that says something about you as a person. It also could say something about me as a person.
Well, think about it this way, right? Is you get like the 4-hour version of Aden on Anchor on Discord calls.
This is true.
You get like the unscripted version, whereas everybody at home, they get like the nice refined 20 minutes, 30 minutes max.
So really, I'm getting cheated, is what I'm hearing.
You're getting more behind the scenes content.
Oh, yeah. That's more content, yeah.
You get the shit that gets on the cutting room floor.
the scraps.
The scraps, yeah. Behind the scenes content. So. There you go. Been wanting to stream, but fucking dumbass OBS version 27 still has not come out yet. Despite the fact that they're on like test candidate 6. They've had 6 versions of this damn beta, and they have not released it. And I want to stream again, but there's some things that I've been waiting on that are new features in there that I want to add to the stream, and I fucking can't.
What do they got coming to it? I haven't looked at this yet at all.
So you got an undo and redo button, which is based.
Like that a lot.
You got source transitions, so you can transition from scene to scene. But now, like, let's say you wanted to just transition just the webcam part or just the gameplay scene part, you can add transitions specific to that. So when you hit the little eye on there, when it's on, it'll do the transition. Then when it's off, it'll transition out. So it's just like a little extra step, something cleaner. You could have done this before with like a Stream Deck and a bunch of expensive software. But now it's just going to be a thing in OBS, just straight up. And of course, there's a lot of like gameplay fixes and capturing specific games type stuff. But I'm just really waiting on them source transitions. I think that'd be dope. Oh, there's also, this is the other big thing, track matte transitions. So before, you could like render out just a stinger that would, you would see scene A and then the transition when you go, and now you see scene B. But what track matte allows you to do is you can see scene A and B at the same time while it's transitioning, right? So you get a bit more
a
shit going on.
crossfade type thing.
Yeah, they're a bit more complicated. But if you want like a better stinger, like, be dope and show off more. So that's another thing, but I probably won't be using that right away just because that looked complicated. So
yeah,
whatever.
Did you know? I'm looking at the OBS website, and December of last year, YouTube, the company, became a sponsor of OBS.
Yeah, they have Twitch sponsoring it. A lot of gaming companies do. They get it. It's open source, but they get some money from a lot of big areas.
That's cool. It means like it'll get more. Yeah, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. It means it'll get more, fixes and updates and shit. Just cool.
Yeah. Especially because like even though there are more accessible streaming programs like Streamlabs OBS, and it feels like there's a new company, Twitch made like their own version of it in the studio. They all borrow from base OBS. So even though they're like all these companies making products, it's all within their best interest to keep OBS updated, supported, and having money to pay the people that are involved,
Agreed. Glad they're getting money.
A good story.
It's dope.
But I haven't streamed yet because of that. And then still working on that dumbass Zelda video. Maybe it'll be out by the time you listen to this, but who knows, honestly. My sleep schedule's been awful. I've wanted to go like film some shit out in the woods because I'm like, Zelda, fucking add some nature and shit. That'd be cool. But I'd be waking up at 3 p.m. Shit like that. So
yeah,
kind of be ruining the flow for sure.
I get that. My sleep schedule's fucked right now too, but I'm in that sweet spot of like not caring as much.
There you go.
But like, it's going to get bad one day in the next like week. I'm not going to go to bed until like 9 a.m. and then at that point it's all over.
Yeah, it's
I'll
over.
be complaining about it, but whatever.
It's freaking over. I guess the last thing, and I didn't even touch on this. I touched on it after the call, but this might be interesting for the YouTube podcast. I went ahead and watched all the Twitch Creator Camp tutorial like videos and like help content type shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
If you go to the Twitch dashboard, and there's a little section on there. Let's see. If I go, the whole Twitch fucking UI is garbage. So I don't know exactly what page it's on.
Awful. Okay, it's just called Creator Camp.
It's just called Creator Camp. So you click on it, and it gives you a bunch of these like informative little videos of just the basics, some more long-term stuff like branding and things. And it's interesting, not because I didn't know all this information before, but it's a good look on how Twitch advertises itself to new creators, which I think is interesting to talk about. So often, we talk about platforms from the perspective of having been on them for a long time and, how to work around the systems and stuff, both the good and the bad. But Twitch, because they're the brand making this type of content, they're very specific about a couple of things. So one of them that I found interesting was in multiple parts, they'll be like, hey, you can get a webcam or a DSLR to show yourself, but you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm like, oh, being real specific on that. And it happened in multiple parts where they had to mention that like you do not need a webcam if you don't personally want to. I don't know if there's like people feel forced into it or if it's like a legal thing or what that's all about. But needless to say, it kind of created a bit of a mixed messaging type thing because absolutely like the top 10% or 20% use webcams and shit and like show their face on screen. So it doesn't help anybody by like kind of saying it doesn't matter, I guess. But maybe it's just a wording thing. I don't know.
It's probably like a privacy thing. They want people to know that if they don't feel comfortable using a webcam, like Twitch is not gonna like be upset by that, because I mean there's a lot of people that like they might live in a household where having a webcam is like, you know, if they're 16 or 17, their parents might not want them to have a webcam, or they might not be in an environment where it's like good to have a webcam, if that makes sense.
Right.
So that might be a thing. They're just trying to encourage new people, because you can always get a webcam. Like that's
Sure.
You don't have to have it right at the beginning. Obviously, from a creator standpoint, when you look at Twitch, like you said, top 20%, like they have a webcam. That shit is like one of the biggest ways to connect with your audience. But if you're just getting started, like that's true. You don't have to have one. I think mic is most important, personally.
Oh yeah, and they do a good job on like focusing more on the audio forefront, which I think is smart, because like you said, that is a key and crucial element of it all. Another thing that I found really interesting as well was like there was a whole section about like ads, right? And I'm like, oh, Twitch ads are awful. How are they going to try to sell this to me, right? There's like a whole monetization section. They repeatedly mention that like bits and subs are the top two ways, and that's true. You know, a lot of people make their money through bits and subs. But they have this whole video about ads, and you get like a bunch of different creators and their perspective, and you know, there's one creator on there that's like, yeah, I typically run maybe 1-2 ads over a 4-hour stream, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty normal. And then there's another creator who had started on YouTube first and then moved over to Twitch, and they're like, yeah, I have it set up on a bot where an ad runs every 20 minutes and on the hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I've heard about
what the fuck, really? And sure enough, like, they've just conditioned the people in their audience to like be able to have it on a timer for that long. And that was fascinating to me because I've never heard of anyone doing that shit before, especially because like the money you get from Twitch ads is not worth it a lot of the time.
No, it's not.
So it's wild that you would also go double down on it and put more in there than just 1 hour. Maybe it's like a contract thing. I don't get that at all.
I feel like if you're doing that, you probably are a Twitch partner to begin with, and you probably already have like a pretty good viewer base. You're getting a few thousand people at minimum watching every stream, to the point where it's like if a couple hundred people are annoyed by the ads, they can leave and you'll be fine. It is weird. I've heard a couple of people do that in the past. I know what I tend to do more recently, and what I think is the best way to handle ads is to, if you're going on a break, if you got a BRB screen or something like that, then throw 1.5 minute ads on there, because like they're just going to be looking at a BRB screen anyways, right? Like who cares? But that is, I personally couldn't see myself doing that anytime soon, just because I feel like that would get annoying real quick.
Oh yeah. And that's probably why she doesn't do it. She has a bot do it for her, and you don't even have to stop what you're doing.
Well, I mean, as a viewer, like, you know, the whole thing of being live is you don't want to miss anything. What if something really cool happens within that 30 seconds? Like,
well, they're very specific to mention that the new Twitch picture-in-picture mode, you can see the stream in a little tiny screen while the ad's playing, so you don't have to miss anything. You know?
Okay, you know, sure. What if I make a really funny joke and the audience doesn't hear it? That's my fault, I guess. You know,
I guess so. You shouldn't have played the ad, dumbass. Like,
yeah, I don't like that personally, but like whatever.
I don't either.
You know?
I don't either. I will say that one of the key things that it got right, because I don't just want to shit on this entire creator camp, but one of the things they make very clear, even in the basic sections, even in the sections that don't focus on it, like there's a whole music on Twitch segment for like DJ producers and shit, I guess, and I watched it anyway. But even in that one, they are so focused on community shit. And rightfully so, because that is like the best part of Twitch, of building a community. Make sure you're talking in chat, make sure you're interacting with them, and they give you like a billion different ways to do that, whether it's like polls or asking questions or being confident on camera or speaking up or whatever. Throughout the entire thing, even in sections that aren't related to it, they really like narrow down on, you need to talk to chat and you need to build a community. That is what Twitch is for. Not to get famous, not to make money, not to make a career. They say specifically Twitch is there to make a community. And
100%
Not only
agree.
is that good branding, but it's true.
Yeah, I mean, the most successful creators on the platform have the biggest and most solidified communities I've found. So
Yep.
I'm glad that they're doing that on the, the educational standpoint, because that's important.
That's just some of the things I noticed. You're free to go check it out. It's available to everybody or whatever. It's clear that they wanted people to watch this who aren't affiliates, because when I went in there, it's like, welcome to Twitch Creator Camp. Looks like you've already reached affiliate, but you can still use the site to hone your skills and become partner. I'm like, okay. So they clearly want it for people who haven't, been affiliate yet and don't know as much shit as me and Zach do. But even still, even if you do know what's going on, being able to touch up on things, like I didn't know what the fuck a cheer emote was until watching some of these. A lot of the monetization shit, there's like 15 different ways, and I only know like 2 or 3 max.
Yeah.
So that stuff's helpful to know, and it's always, if you have the time and you're literally not doing anything else, going through it and reading through is important. It'd take maybe like an hour or two. It's less time than the YouTube version of it, which is like infinite amount of detail and shit.
They got so much on the YouTube version.
Yeah,
it's insane. That's cool though. Do you think I should check it out? You think I should watch it?
It's up to you. It's up to you if you want to. If you find a section or a part that's interesting, that's what I would do, because they have it all sectioned out into specific little segments. Some of them have videos. Some are just the article, so you can read through it or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like at least the monetization segment was the most helpful for me personally.
That makes sense.
But you do you.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's available to everybody. Twitch Creator Camp. Search it up.
Hell yeah.
But that has been my epic week on YouTube. How was your week, Zachary?
I still don't have a video, but I have been doing some stuff. First off, I want to say that it's crazy because I've been talking about it for a few months now, but like officially on the 31st of May, it will be 10 years since I put out a YouTube video.
Oh shit.
So that is nuts. Just crazy. It's wild that I remember shit from like 15 years ago, 20 years ago at this point. Mm-hmm. But like to distinctly remember the last 10 years as a content creator, like that's almost half of my life at this point. So that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Kind of fucked up, but it's cool. It genuinely is really cool.
That's awesome.
Because I've done a lot of stuff over the last 10 years, and it's cool to have reached that point.
And so, at the very least, you were better now than you were 10 years ago. There's a noticeable improvement of time. All that really matters. I don't know.
I agree. A gigantic improvement. So that's cool.
I think mine's like later in 2011, because Sploder Show was like late 2011, 2012. I had a YouTube account for much longer, and it probably uploaded some random shit. But I'm going to count early Sploder Show as like the proper beginning, which would be later 2011. So I'm getting there.
I found out that my channel was made in 2009. It was March 2009, but that was just to watch stuff. But the first video didn't go out until May 31st, 2011.
Damn. So, fucking boomer.
I know. Boomer. Tell me about it.
Can you imagine if like YouTube podcast was a thing back in 2011?
Right, like
it'd be ass, but like, can you imagine though?
It'd be pretty wild, and you'd have just months of me being like, so I recorded like 30 Let's Play parts this week. And, they went out.
There would just be episodes where me and you would be using, like, laptop mics, Now it would just be the quality of the episode.
It'd be pretty ass.
That shit's scary.
But, it is scary. I agree. So that happened. I recorded a come up episode earlier.
Yo.
And, so that'll go out on the 31st. So it's out now for people listening. So that's cool. Talked about my break and like a couple of other things. We realized recently that we've been playing Fortnite like consistently for the last year. That kind of blows my mind also. So I talk a little bit about that.
Hoping for 10 years of Fortnite, you know.
I'm not.
10-year anniversary.
I'm really not, but sure. So Come Up's back, YouTube podcast. We got 3 episodes already out as we're recording this, or going out. So that's cool. We got some new sponsor stuff coming up on the podcast.
Ooh.
So that'll be cool. We've been really wearing out our current sponsorship script. So hopefully we can get some new shit in here to kind of spice it up a little bit.
Nothing against Roberto either. We love that man.
Nah.
Love that product. We'll still be advertising some of his shit later down the road. Who knows?
Ooh. Okay.
Having options. Having options is a good thing.
I agree. I wanted to talk about something briefly because I find it pretty funny. So months ago, like 7 months ago, I started working on a Disney video, and I've mentioned it before. And like right now, that's like the next video to go out. But like I went through all of these Blu-rays of the first 5 movies, and I recorded all of the footage from the special features, and I uploaded them to a YouTube channel. So it was easy for me to like find what I needed when I get to editing the video.
Right.
And it's like people are like watching this shit, man.
Yeah.
How wild is that? Like some of these just have like a couple thousand views of just like a channel that's just like, it's like I'm never making money off of it or anything. It's nothing like that I'm going to be managing it. But like I'm getting like comments recently where it's like, can you put up this movie? What about this movie? It's such a cool channel. I'm like, damn.
What goes to show?
It's crazy.
You can do anything on YouTube.com.
Anything. Channel don't even have any artwork and it's got 75 subs. Like what?
Damn.
So.
Just from special features and movies?
Just from special features of like 5 movies. That's it. No more than that. So that's crazy. I wanted to bring that up because I find that to be insane. The last thing,
do you think it'll last? Like you think it'll get taken down or some shit, or you feel?
I don't know. It really depends. Some of the content on there has already been taken down, but there isn't like a strike or anything, so the channel's not at risk of getting taken down currently. There's definitely a possibility, obviously, with it being copyrighted material. I do put in the description for educational use only, though. So, will that be good enough to get me not sued by Disney? Who knows? Probably not.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. For right now, it's mainly just an archive for me to, like I said, get access to the footage that I need quicker than going through all of my shit on the hard drive. So we'll see. I did do something else earlier though. I mentioned it to you and Jay, but for the last couple of years, actually, since 2016, a big part of my YouTube strategy was keeping a schedule, right? A list of ideas and putting them on some kind of arbitrary schedule and hoping to reach that.
Yes.
Well, the last couple of years, I've had that schedule, but it's been very loosely interpreted. Like I have not been able to keep up with it pretty much. So I just deleted the whole thing earlier.
Oh shit, today?
It's all gone. Yep, today. It's all gone.
Wow.
There's like 400 ideas of videos I could have made. Everything ranging from, I want to do a video where I rank all of the planets to here I want to do a video on Supernatural season 3. Like, there's like big brain topics and there's just like, here's this movie. I just got rid of the whole thing. So I'm starting over on that.
Starting fresh.
Yeah. So
that's crazy though, because you've talked about that schedule for like a really long time, and you mentioned it before on the podcast with like the goal setting episode and the scheduling episode and shit.
Yeah.
Feel like a new era of Yent coming up.
It's just like at some point, some of these ideas have been sitting there for like 3 years since Yen was started. I'm like, I want to do this video. I want to do this. I want to do this. And I do not have enough time to make all of these videos, not even just in the next year, but in the next 10 years. Like, these are ideas that could sustain me for a long time. At what point is it just sitting there and like making me feel overwhelmed rather than, oh, this is for backup. This is so I never run out of ideas. I come up with new ideas every week. So it's like, I don't need it to be there. So I guess going forward, I'm hoping to just like work on one video at a time and make sure that gets good, and then I can move to the next one. Yeah. That was what really helped me with season 2 content, was I didn't work on too many videos at once. Whereas like season 1, I went into it working on multiple videos at the same time. I think the most recent videos have been better than the first ones. I agree. That's a reason why. It's because I focused on one video at a time. So not like, I don't have any advice here. I'm not like suggesting people to get rid of their ideas document. Some people really need that to crutch on. I just decided to get rid of it so that I can not feel so guilty about having all these ideas that I haven't gotten through yet.
There's nothing quite as bad as being a YouTuber and then going to like your video folder and you got shit from like 2 or 3 videos that was recorded a year ago and they just haven't come out yet. So I don't like have that schedule problem that you have, because I just, at the bare minimum have 1 or 2 ideas and maybe like a Google Doc somewhere of 10 things I'd like to do eventually. But it's small, it doesn't get in my way. I don't look at it a lot. But I do most certainly have videos, especially with the Zelda video and a Pokemon soundtrack one that I still plan to do and have all the footage for. The idea of like having it sit there and you have to look at it every day, in some ways can be motivating to like finish the project, but it's also like overwhelming at the same time, to where I feel even less like likely to do it. And I'm still gonna do the Zelda video just so if anything I can get my hard drive space back. But having a lot of that shit build up, and feel like it's all coming at you at once, it's much easier just to do one step at a time than feeling like you're tackling 30. Because what ends up happening, like you said, is you do all 30, but they're not done correctly type shit.
Yeah, and it's not that I'm not working on multiple projects at once. Like, I have multiple clients, and so I'm already doing multiple videos a week, sometimes a day for these other clients, while I'm also got in the back of my mind the next yin, the next stream, the next podcast, like all this stuff, right? And at some point it gets overwhelming. And it's too much. I did also want to mention, I've mentioned him on the podcast before, Thomas Frank. He's got a podcast called, he is, love his content, been following him since like 2016, has a podcast called The Inforium, used to be called the College Info Geek podcast, personal channel with a bunch of like productivity kind of shit on it. Great stuff. But I was talking to him on Twitter the other day, because he uses this software called Notion. It's like a to-do list app, but it's like super advanced. So you can customize it however you need it to be for your needs. He's gotten super into making like custom templates on that over the last couple of years. And he recently created a template that's going to be coming out soon for content creators. And I just said 8 in the tweet, but it's really cool. It looks to be, he was asking people if they had any like particular pains in terms of like their current to-do lists, all that kind of stuff. And like, so I was talking to him back and forth on Twitter about like, here's some things that would really help me personally, as someone who does the client stuff, but also has all of the personal stuff. And it's like, it looks like it's going to be something really cool to get into. He'll be charging for it, but like if it's as good as it sounds like it's going to be, like I'm completely cool with that.
I like this challenge questions segment here.
Yeah.
Because these are tough questions. And so the idea that like you're forced to answer it type shit is very interesting to me.
I agree. I tried to do something similar to this like last year. I created like a document to where I fill it out every single time I'm going to make a video. And it helped. It helped with a lot of those season 2 videos because I was thinking of SEO before I even recorded the video. I had like a full on checklist of whether things were recorded or edited or like, is the audio mastered? Is the camera good? Like, you know, that kind of stuff. But not only that, but it looks like it'll be a good way to balance my personal content with the client stuff, which will be really cool. So
yeah, we'll have to look at this if you decide to get it when it's out.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe look through it for an episode or a shorter one at least.
That'd be cool. I'll see if
that could be a fun one.
Hell yeah. I'll see if he can send me like an affiliate link or something. Maybe we can get it so that people can check it out through that. But that was another motivation for me to get rid of like my other schedules because like I'm gonna be able to switch over to this soon, hopefully. And I can just use that and focus on specific things a little bit easier. We'll see.
We will see.
But that's been my week. I'm also trying to get my audio quality be a little bit better. Every once in a while I get into this mindset of my audio quality could be so much better. I got a pretty decent mic. Why does it sound like ass sometimes? So I'm trying to focus on that again.
See if you can tell the difference.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know. We'll see.
Comment, and subscribe if the audio sounds better.
Hell yeah, please.
If it doesn't, comment, and subscribe if it does. And that way we'll know for sure whether or not it's improved.
Exactly.
Well, I've been Aden.
I've been Zach.
And we will see you next time for another exciting, fascinating, mind-blowing episode of another YouTube podcast.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm a little worried that you just set us up for failure, but you know.